This is Today in Toronto, our daily podcast from torontotoday.ca. I'm Scott Sexsmith, and these are some stories making headlines on this Wednesday. Apartments can now be built as high as the street is wide on some of Toronto's busiest roads. Here's Toronto Today's Aidan Chimandy with more.
It's been so difficult to build this stuff in the city for a long time because bylaws have just made it impossible and expensive. But as Toronto is kind of crushed by the weight of the housing crisis, change is definitely afoot. This move doesn't affect a ton of streets. It's more so about the idea of relaxing rules around where apartments can be built.
That's Toronto Today's Aidan Chimandy. Toronto's social services officials released a plan yesterday to make the city's homeless shelters less dangerous. The report claimed a small group of people who use the shelters are responsible for a sizable number of critical incidents within the system. Toronto Today's Patrick Kane has more on this story today on site. Premier Doug Ford called a City of Toronto staff report that projected a $48 million price tag for tearing out bike lanes along Bloor Street, Yonge Street, and University Avenue hogwash. Speaking to reporters at Queen's Park, Ford disputed the report's findings. Last week, city staff produced a 28-page report indicating the cost estimate. Police are continuing to investigate after shots were fired at a vehicle along Lakeshore Blvd in the early morning hours of Monday. The Toronto police say they responded to reports of gunfire aimed at a tow truck around Lakeshore Blvd West and British Columbia Road around 2:30 Monday morning. No injuries were reported. The public is being asked to share input on the City of Toronto's long-term waste management strategy through public events and an online survey. The city said consultations so far have resulted in several key initiatives. We've got a link to that survey on site. It's the Leafs and Golden Knights at Scotiabank Arena tonight. Catch the action on Sportsnet. Toronto weather cloudy today with off and on drizzle, high of 11. Rain tonight, clearing overnight, low 2, and a mix of sun and cloud tomorrow with a high of 6. Follow us on X, sign up for our daily newsletters, and subscribe to Today in Toronto wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Thanks for listening. Have a great Wednesday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.